Are you confused about what to tell your kids with respect to estate planning? You're not alone. Hi, everybody. I'm Elsa W. Smith, your Maryland estate planning attorney, and I'm the owner of the law offices of Elsa W. Smith, where our mission is to empower women through estate planning. I'm also the host of Women Winning Wednesdays, an educational live series on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. This week, we covered the topic of what to tell your kids about estate planning. And by the way, Women Winning Wednesdays is a mix of guest interviews and educational segments like the one we had today. This video is going to give you a recap of this week's show. Now, you've heard me say more than once that we need to normalize discussions about estate planning at the dinner table. We need to educate our kids about estate planning. Okay, so what if your kids are very young? What if they're teens? What if they're adults? Should what and how much you discuss differ? Of course. We answered those questions on today's show. And here are some highlights of advice that I gave with respect to each age group. First, for very young children, learning about death and that it may touch their families can be pretty frightening for a young child. Some experts suggest that having an open conversation, offering reassurance, and giving truthful, age-appropriate answers to their questions is the key. However, what may be right for one child may not be right for another. The takeaway from that segment of the show was that you should at least meet with a professional, like a therapist or a child psychologist, if you're not sure how to start the conversation about your will or end of life issues for very young kids. Next, we talked about teens. You want to talk about who'd be their guardian if necessary. And you also want to talk to teenagers about the financial component of your estate plans. I suggested introducing your teen to your financial advisor. This is a way to change the generational narrative, particularly in families of color. And that's something I've referred to often on the show and in speaking engagements. Perhaps that advisor can provide age-appropriate materials to put your teen on the path to being a financially responsible adult. And then lastly, we talked about adult children. And there are several things you should discuss, but here are a couple. You want to let them know where everything important is located. Make sure your kids know the current location of all of your estate planning and end-of-life documents. You should keep at least one set, if you're going to keep it at home, in a fireproof safe. And in that file should be the contact information for your attorney and the financial advisor. And while you're at it, you want to talk to them about their own estate plans. One of the reasons to talk to your kids about estate planning is to get them thinking about their own. Stress that estate planning isn't something to put off until you're wealthy or retired. And, that failing to put estate plans in place can actually cause confusion and conflict among their surviving family members. I want to invite you to view the entire show on my YouTube channel at Elsa W. Smith Law. While you're there, click subscribe so you won't miss our content each week. Before I go, I want to offer you a free resource if you need help with your estate plan. It's my free 21-point estate planning checklist. Go to elsawsmithlaw.com/checklist. Tune in to Women Winning Wednesdays next week at 1:30 p.m. live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I'm Elsa W. Smith, your Maryland estate planning attorney, empowering women through estate planning. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.